Okay, guys, good morning. Let's do a read really quick. And the first card that did fly out, you guys, is all is at your fingertips and it's coming up in the reverse. I feel like some of you guys feel like your world is slipping away and you don't feel like you do not feel like all is at your fingertips at all right now. I'm feeling a very heavy sense of discomfort in my chest when I think about how you guys feel. I feel sick. Um, it's just a messed up feeling for whoever is going through what they are right now because you're going through a lot of realizations and they're making you feel very upset and nauseous and uncomfortable because these things that you are losing or don't have at your fingertips anymore, they're the most precious things in your life. It says, what does your heart want? And it's coming up in the reverse. Your heart wants you to leave this alone. This is a relationship, you guys. And it's not allowing you to be your true self. You're not thinking with your heart. You're not listening to the divine. You're not following your intuition. You are simply pursuing this out of habit and addiction. This thing that you're pursuing doesn't make you happy. I don't really, I just heard what does make you happy. And it's okay if you feel like that, honestly, because I feel the same way too. It's like I can do a lot of things and I am really good at it. Sometimes at the end of the day, I think, the fuck did I even do all day? What am I doing? Um, I moved up to this city and I moved away from my family about 14 years ago. I thought I was coming up here to make a big difference in my life, and I did. Did a lot of great things. But sometimes I just wonder, I lost 14 years with my family, and I spent 14 years so far doing something in a completely different town, doing something away from anything that I knew, and as much good stuff that I've done, I wonder sometimes, what the fudge am I really doing? And we do have the resistance card in the reverse. Whatever in your life that you were resistant in regard to, I feel like is going to be like up. I don't know, I just feel like it's coming up to surface, which never feels good. Basically, our biggest fears, what we didn't want to happen, and it's happening. And for some of you guys, um, and it's very hard on you right now. You're losing your faith a little bit, and your mind might be a little bit cloudy and foggy. You could be suffering from depression. You need to find a creative solution. And you need to think outside the box. You need to do something different, because the definition for one of insanity is if you keep doing what you have always done, then you will keep getting what you have always got. I heard that once when I was getting help, and I liked it. I didn't know it was the definition of insanity, but I'm not surprised that I would understand insane stuff, but it's whatever. I think that's also a big reason why we don't connect with people who are trying to explain themselves over and over and over about their point in the matter, because we hear what they're saying and we do understand. It's, I don't know, but for some reason we just don't make that connection with all these people that are telling us the same thing. But sometimes, I heard also, it's not your information, it's your delivery. And that's what it's about. I guess it's really about like who's telling you what, how much respect for that person you have, and the life that they're living. Are they somebody that should be giving you advice? It really is about respect, because it's not about how messed up somebody is, because I'll tell you what, you can get anybody to actually focus if you know how to speak to them individually. It's not your information, it's your delivery. And it takes a lot of studying and research to understand all the different levels of what it means to be aware of who's around you, be aware of yourself, find the ability to have all this proper communication, heal, cry, be strong. I mean, it's literally it's a blend of everything in the universe. But that at the end of the day is the only way that you guys are going to fully understand. And some of you guys are okay with not understanding. Some of the people are okay with living in denial. Some of you guys feel like you already understand everything. You know it all. And then there's people that just know they're just one small thing in this big old world. And they can tell that each and every day they learn more and more, and they understand more and more, and they surrender. I didn't see that card, but that is just exactly what it is. Some of you guys are not being authentic. You're worried about what other people will think about you, and this is not allowing you to enjoy life. You're worried people might get mad at you if you do something. These are all things that you love to do. These are all things that you dream daily about doing. Your heart longs for these things, to hang out with these friends, or to go be with, some of you miss your ex-lover and you're in a new relationship, I just heard. And that's okay. You know what? It says that you're not listening to your heart. You're doing what you're used to doing. You're doing what you think people want you to do, and you're unhappy. You're unhappy. You need to be authentic. It says your way. That's cute. It says your way is the only way for you. Be authentic. And be authentic means be yourself. And it means that when you want to pop that joke, or you want to wear that outfit, or you want to say that thing, or if you want to say, no, I don't want to go, it doesn't matter what it is. You gotta make sure that you are speaking up on your own behalf, because if you do not, you just, next thing you know, you're following somebody down this other trail. Picture yourself hiking, and there's your path, and then somebody's like, oh, hey, come over here and check this out. And you're like, okay. And you're over there, and you freaking fall down a hill, dude. You wouldn't even had any of that happen had you been making choices at least for yourself. The thing that you really want to pay attention to is looking back and being like, did you really do whatever it is that you got yourself into because you wanted to, or because somebody else asked you to? And if you thought, I don't want to do this, when they asked you to do it and you did it anyway, I want to let you know right now you were altering your path every time. And however far deep we go into the trail in the wrong direction, I mean, it's literally just like a hike. We start hiking, and we're thinking, where in the hell are we? Are you sure we went the right way? And you get a couple owies. Maybe the bugs start biting you. You're a little bit frightened because is that a bear? And shit just getting worse by the minute, dude. Oh, now it's raining. That's great. I mean, all of a sudden, you are super done with this path of life, right? This trail, this hike, whatever. Well, that's too bad for you because you got to walk back out now. However far deep into this hike you went, you got to hike back out. That's the challenge. It's okay to make mistakes, but if you're gonna be disobedient, and I do it all the time, this is how I know. You gotta walk out now. If you're so damn fucking big and bad that you don't have to listen, and we're gonna go do our own thing, remember? We ain't following no rules. Do not tell me what to do. I'm gonna do what I want. This is my life. I've said all of that. Well, I'm gonna come to tell you right now, some of those people that told me not to do what I shouldn't have done, they were right. And even though they felt bad for me, and even though I was very sad and ashamed and disappointed in myself, and I wanted nothing more but to be out of where I was, there were times when I absolutely had to go through the law, the court system, many times. And you don't get to make any choices. And there will be times like that. And this could be in a relationship, a divorce, a death, a legal, financial. Your house, could catch on fire. Some of you guys did have your house catch on fire, I just heard. I'm sorry if that happened to you. Just know that basically every time we do anything that we're not supposed to do, we're going down that trail. And we know it. You know it, I know it. It only takes one mistake. And most of us know from the get-go, unless you're just like a dark person and you thoroughly enjoy doing bad stuff. Most of us, we have a conscience that speaks up and says, don't do it. So anytime you guys hear that, just know, don't do it. And you won't end up feeling these ways. It does say that your boundaries are down and you need to put them up. Don't let people be walking all over you. And if anybody tells you anything disrespectful, do not be afraid to literally block them and let them regret their life, because you will never be given a shit again. And that person, you know what? There is nothing hotter than being a good looking person and having somebody think they can disrespect you and you put them in their place and looking hella fine and leaving the scene. That's boss energy, and that's what you're gonna work on this year. Aprende, I love you. All right, I'm gonna go lay down now and go night night. But I do love you guys, and if you need anything, just hit me up. I mean, we'll figure it out. You're the smartest person and the strongest person and the most wonderful person that you know. Nothing that we go through was meant to ever make you feel less than. The universe didn't make us go through these things to make us feel like we were icky people. Don't let what society puts labels on define your experiences. It's nobody's place to decide what different things or people or circumstances are good or bad. And those that are still worried about wording it in that way, judgmental. Anybody that knows anything about the higher power, it specifically says, leave the judging up to him. It also says, be kind. It says, help the people that are weak, that are struggling, that are homeless, that are needy. Be kind to your neighbor. Don't cheat, don't steal, you know what I mean? There's some basics in there. Just work on your connection with yourself and with your higher power and strengthen the brokenness within you. This year, it's not about making physical connections. It's not a year where you're going to hang out with your friends. It's not going to be a year where you're going to go get a new partner. This is a year where you make a connection with yourself and you start loving that person. You start standing in the mirror and looking at yourself and seeing how strong you are and how far you've come. And those voices and that you hear in your head about the mean stuff that you've heard other people say about you, those were just words, and those were their opinions. I never forgot the things that the people said that hurt my feelings, but I can tell you right now that they did say sorry. If you're really a good person, people do feel bad. They may not always tell you, but what you shouldn't do is be mean to them, even if they're mean to you. It'll make you feel worse and become like that, and it'll make it harder to heal. And you're feeling upset because it hurt you. So let's just focus on healing it instead of making it worse. If a relationship is over and it's not working right, if you're not getting along or cuddling at night, it's okay to take space. And you guys should do that before it gets to that point. If you want to save the relationship, you gotta have faith. Alright? And if you want somebody to miss you, you have to separate for a little while to do that. You don't miss the ocean if you're there 24/7. You're not going to miss your mom if she's living with you. You're not going to miss blueberry muffins if it's all you ate every day, all day for 17 days straight. You're not going to miss your ex or your current boyfriend if you guys are fighting in the same room. But do you miss them if they leave for a few days? Yeah. Would you miss tacos if you can never eat them again? It's really just like you gotta miss it. How can you miss something that you have all the time? I love you.